Welcome to the second episode in the You're Playing It Wrong series, where I tell you in the least judgmental way possible the biggest features in popular games you're either missing or playing completely wrong. In this episode, we'll be covering SUPERHOT VR. This game may have been created by a small team of people, but it has been played wrong by thousands. And before I teach you what you've been missing, I just wanted to mention that I have a Patreon page with great and exclusive perks, so go check it out down below. Okay, so one thing that I didn't do very much in the beginning, and still don't do sometimes now, is to take my time. The game only moves when you move, so remember that you're in control. It can be easy to react to a bullet flying at you and move way off to the side, but that can put you in even more danger as 3 more bullets are now on their way. And yes, if you stand completely still, nothing will move. I've tried it before. But when you fire that bullet, the enemy can easily continue moving and you miss. Make sure to aim your bullets and throws at where the enemy is going, not where they are currently. Unless they are just standing completely still.
Come at me.
Throwing objects in the game is often difficult for people, including me sometimes. There's a skill to throwing in SUPERHOT. The first step is learning to release at the right time. The key is to throw objects so that they will fly in a straight line to the enemy. This works because you're really strong in SUPERHOT, and anything you throw will naturally be 10 times easier.
Here, catch.
Your hands are weapons. I've seen this happen plenty of times, where people forget that their hands can be used as shields and weapons. A good punch will knock out any enemy, and your bare hand can be used as a bullet shield once, until it stops phasing and glitching out, of course.
Oh no! Oh, what the heck? The hand's all glitchy. Weird.
Also, a good strategy is to always keep something unbreakable, like a gun, in your hand. That way, you can use it to shield yourself from bullets, and it's better to shield than move your whole body out of the way. Something that I didn't notice after playing this game a long time is that every level is connected. You may have understood this slightly, like I did before, but it gets deeper. With the Oculus Quest, I was able to play in a large area and walk through walls to discover places that I had been and places that I was going. My mind was blown as I was finding this all out. But this tip isn't pointless, and in some cases it can be very useful. Take the cemetery scene for instance. At one point, you are put in a position where you are faced with 3 armed enemies and given no gun. What you can do ahead of time is toss yourself a gun, catch the gun, and blow them to bits. Challenges. You may have seen the extra floppy disks lying around with strange names on them, and even played a couple. Those are challenges. Commonly people, including myself, ignore the challenges and just play levels over and over. But I highly recommend trying them as they can put a whole new light on the game. The first mode is a don't die mode. The game will put you through every level of the game and you have to make it all the way throughout without dying a single time. If you do die, it restarts you at the beginning. Headshots only is just as it sounds. The only way you can kill enemies in this challenge is by a headshot. The speedrun real time confused me in the beginning. But basically, it's a speedrun that uses the real lifetime, no matter how slowly you move through the game. And if you beat the level, that pyramid becomes red. Speedrun game time is a little bit different and more strategic. Instead of trying to go as fast as you can actually slow down and still get a great time. This is because this speedrun is counting the seconds in the game, so it's how fast the game is moving, not real life at all. There's another menu select in this one, and when you beat the level, your pyramid turns red as well as your hands. Endless is my personal favorite. The game gives you 5 maps that you can try to beat. Some of them challenge you to beat up to 100 enemies without dying. After you kill enough enemies, you can grab a pyramid in front of you, which will send you to a different location in the map, killing all the guys with it. But once you die, you have to restart. Guest mode is great for newcomers to VR. It's a 7-minute demo experience of SUPERHOT where you don't even have to tell them how to play. Secrets. This game is full of secrets, and you can play through it many times without even noticing. Scattered throughout the game's levels, there are Easter eggs, or should I say Easter discs. And they're not hiding in plain sight. You will have to go out of your way to walk around corners or stick your head into a wall. It's a lot of fun to go through the game again and look in unusual places to find them, so I would definitely recommend it. Now that I've told you everything you've been missing in the game, you can now go and play it right. A shout out to all the people who are not only playing it right, but also paying it right by supporting the channel over on Patreon. Steve Knows is the only Patreon of this channel so far, so make sure to go down below and check out the link to the Patreon page that I have set up. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe for more awesome content like this. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I cannot wait to see you in the next episode.